Hello everyone. Do you know why Indonesia, with its rich land, is a poor country? The answer is because the people of Indonesia are intoxicated by religion. Where's the proof? Let's take a look together. This is from the Merdeka.com website, January 15th, 2025. Coordinating Minister Zulhas criticizes BRIN's performance. We need rice seeds, but they're researching lineage. As a result, Indonesia's agricultural sector is increasingly lacking superior seeds. This is reflected in the declining rice production. Coordinating Minister for Food Affairs, Zulkifli Hasan Zulhas, again criticized the National Research and Innovation Agency, BRIN. Zulhas believes BRIN is more focused on evaluating religious moderation rather than developing research on superior plant seeds. We need rice seeds, we need corn seeds, we need palm oil seeds, soybeans, and so on. But BRIN is researching religious moderation. How is that? It's hard, right? They're researching lineage. What we need are rice seeds. That's why we're so far behind. Zulhas said in frustration at the Indonesian Digital Economy 2025 event at the IDN Media office in Jakarta on Wednesday, January 15th. As a result, Indonesia's agricultural sector is increasingly lacking various superior seeds. This is reflected in the declining rice production due to the lack of development in superior seeds. Just imagine how far behind we are, because in agriculture, other institutions aren't allowed to conduct research. Research is only done at BRIN, he emphasized. I was curious if it was true that BRIN was busy researching lineage, and I found this news. This is from the mudanews.com website, October 17, 2024. Researching the false lineage of Habib Ba'alawi, Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto faces sanctions from BRIN head. The issue of the false lineage of the Ba'alawi descendants of Yemen has caused a stir, leading Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto to research Y-DNA tests, or DNA tests, deoxyribonucleic acid. DNA testing is conducted by taking genetic material samples such as blood, saliva, or hair. These samples are then analyzed in a laboratory to examine the structure, sequence, and patterns of the DNA. According to research from several online media sources, Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto explained in his research what Y-DNA is. DNA passed from father to son. Y-DNA allows a researcher to trace a person's ancestral line all the way back to Prophet Adam. Y-DNA tests can reveal common ancestors based on the DNA test results of those claiming to be descendants of a historical figure. For people with paternal lineage that extends back 40 generations or more, Y-DNA testing can be conducted. This DNA research can be done by Habib and Habeba in Indonesia if they are willing. It can determine if they are descendants of Prophet Muhammad SAW, as most descendants of the Prophet have the J1 haplogroup. These descendants are verified through genealogies recorded in historical lineage books. BRIN researcher Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto has already calculated the precision and is able to trace the genetic code of Prophet Ibrahim until only two possible child-father candidates remain, namely JZ2329 with child JFGCH712. Therefore, those who claim to be descendants of Prophet Ibrahim and later of Prophet Muhammad SAW must be willing to take a Y-DNA test or DNA test. This was revealed in the research by BRIN civil servant Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto, who concluded that the descendants of Prophet Muhammad SAW belong to the J1 haplogroup. Thus, if a group of people claims to be descendants of the Prophet, they must be willing to undergo DNA testing. The majority of the Ba'alawi Habib who have undergone DNA testing have shown a haplogroup of G. Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto, a civil servant working at BRIN, National Research and Innovation Agency, has concluded through his research into the false lineage of the Ba'alawi Habib that it is impossible for the Ba'alawi clan to be descendants of the Prophet. Even Arabs themselves are not, let alone those claiming to be the Prophet's grandchildren. This research is an important scientific study for Indonesia, where many Habib and Habiba live. In contrast to the findings of the BRIN examination team, Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto, SI Meng, was found to have made hate speech related to religious organizations in Indonesia and others on social media platforms such as Facebook and X, as well as content on his YouTube account that portrayed false Habaib in Indonesia, causing turmoil in society. Additionally, Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto was deemed by BRIN to have disrespected the legitimate government by conducting polls about his research on the Ba'alawi Habib. Brin also regarded Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto as a civil servant who lacked neutrality by posting narratives and photos of presidential candidates in the 2024 election with negative arguments, which as a civil servant, he should have remained neutral, free from the influence of any political groups and parties. Based on Article 46, Paragraph 3 of the National Civil Service Agency Regulation No. 6 of 2022 concerning the implementation of Government Regulation No. 94 of 2021 on civil service discipline, Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto was given disciplinary sanctions in the form of a demotion for 12 months. As of October 1st, 2024, Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto's position as a young expert researcher has been lowered to a first-level expert researcher. With this demotion, his civil service rights will be adjusted to his new position. The case involving Dr. Sugeng Sugiharto is presented here as a sign of concern and solidarity for Dr. Sugeng, who has just received sanctions from Brin. So it is true that there are Brin members who are busy researching lineage, and after I checked again, it turns out that Brin is doing this partly due to pressure from students. This is from the Monitor Network website. Students demand Brin to test the lineage of Habib. The Student Association of Law in South Tangerang, led by Siams, made a statement at Situ Gintung, South Tangerang on Friday, August 30th, 2024. This statement was supported by students from various universities, including UIN Sharif Hidayatullah Jakarta, Muhammadiyah University of Jakarta, and Pamulang University. The students were outraged by the arrogance and intimidation exhibited by a group of Habib members towards the community that rejected them. Even the tragedy in Karawang, West Java, resulted in victims serving as evidence of the violence carried out and provoked by certain Habib individuals. Sams believes that the Habib lineage issue must be resolved as soon as possible by Brin, National Research and Innovation Agency. We demand that Brin immediately conduct research on the lineage of the Habib, because the Habib lineage issue in Indonesia has already created national divisions, particularly concerning justice and law enforcement, he asserted. Sams also urged all students in Indonesia to issue a statement regarding the Habib lineage issue and threatened to carry out a large-scale protest against Brin if they ignored their statement. Here is the statement of position that was delivered. Greetings, students, greetings, students, greetings, students. We, all the students of UIN, UMJ, and UNPAM, declare with full awareness in order to achieve social justice for all the people of Indonesia. Hereby, we declare our position. 1. We demand that Brin, National Research and Innovation Agency, conduct thorough research on the issue of the legitimacy of Habib lineage. 2. That the Habib lineage in Indonesia has caused social and legal inequality. 3. We strongly condemn all acts of intimidation, abuse, and provocation carried out and expressed by certain individuals of Habib towards the entire community that rejects the legitimacy of the Habib lineage. 4. We demand that the Indonesian National Police take an active and courageous stance in addressing all reports of alleged criminal acts committed by the suspected individuals of the Habib. 5. That the Habib lineage issue has become an academic matter and must be examined within the academic environment. 6. That we are willing to provide a place to examine the thesis for the cancellation of the Habib lineage and ensure the safety of all parties involved. 7. That if our statement is ignored, we will take action. This is being done because the issue of the Habib lineage has already caused victims. Thus, this statement is delivered, and we invite all students from all universities in Indonesia to take similar action on the Habib lineage issue in Indonesia. So this is indeed very concerning, and it is really necessary to have someone like the Coordinating Minister for Food Affairs, Zulkifli Hasan, to strongly criticize this issue. This is from the VOI website. Food Minister criticizes Brin, we need seeds, but they're researching lineage. The Coordinating Minister for Food Affairs, Menko Panggan, Zulkifli Hasan, criticized the National Research and Innovation Agency, Brin. According to him, Brin should focus on developing research to obtain superior plant seeds. Instead of conducting research to obtain superior seeds, he said, Brin is busy with research related to religious moderation. We need rice seeds, we need corn seeds, we need oil palm seeds, soybeans, and others. But Brin is researching religious moderation. This is difficult for us. It's hard, right? They're researching lineage. What we need is rice seeds, he said during a virtual discussion in Jakarta, Wednesday, January 15th. Zulhas, as he is commonly called, stated that research to obtain superior plant seeds in Indonesia was last conducted 15 years ago. Therefore, he said, the agricultural sector in Indonesia is very far behind compared to Thailand, Vietnam and China. There are no new superior seeds. The last research on seeds was 15 years ago, and maybe there is no more. Just imagine how far behind we are, he said. Because of this, Zulhas admitted that he has proposed to President Prabowo Subianto for BRIN to research plant seeds to obtain superior seeds. Moreover, Indonesia has a target of food self-sufficiency. Because in agriculture, other institutions are not allowed to do research. Research is only done at BRIN, he said. Regarding the proposal to President Prabowo, Zulhas admitted that he does not know BRIN's response. However, he said he could not just sit and wait for superior seeds. I don't know the response, but I can't just wait, he said. Because of this, he mentioned that the government is also working with universities in various regions for seed development. The funding, he said, comes from CSR of state-owned companies. I work with universities that have agricultural departments to develop seeds of rice, corn, and people's plantations. The funding is CSR from state-owned companies given to universities for research to develop superior seeds, and the seeds are distributed, he said. Bravo, Mr. Zulkifli Hasan. But the problem is, Indonesian students are also intoxicated by religion. In fact, they are the ones who pressured BRIN to become intoxicated by religion as well. So this problem of being intoxicated by religion is a chronic disease in this country. What is the solution? In my opinion, Mr. Zulkifli Hasan has done well. Next, the government should be urged to stop all policies leading to religious intoxication. For example, by reducing all religious budgets until they disappear. Education funds managed by the Ministry of Religious Affairs should be redirected to the Ministry of Education. Abolish the pilgrimage subsidy and redirect it to free school meal programs. With the disappearance of religious budgets, religious intoxication will also disappear. Let those who want to be intoxicated by religion find their own funding, but the government should stop spending money on things that could make Indonesia intoxicated by religion. Because Indonesia will never progress as long as it is intoxicated by religion. At the same time, abolish the blasphemy law. Let religion be criticized. Religion does not need protection. It is the Indonesian people who need protection. I hope Indonesia can wake up from religious intoxication and become advanced, prosperous, and thriving. That's it for this video. See you in the next video.